Play it with Xbox Game Pass.
Hello and welcome to the Microsoft Flight Simulator News Dispatcher for the date of October the 24th, 2019. In today's episode, we'll be looking at the latest and greatest updates from Microsoft on their new and upcoming simulator, starting with their YouTube channel. Microsoft Flight Simulator have created a YouTube channel. Now, this was created a week ago, and I have seen a few fake ones floating around on YouTube, but this is the official one. There is a link from the website to it. If you go into the Insider home, the video for episode 2 is available, which we'll showcase in a moment. That links directly to YouTube. That video is coming from YouTube, although it's unlisted. You can't see it here. But don't forget to subscribe. Make this bell ring, and you'll get notified every time they release a new video. And if you haven't already subscribed, go check it out. So let's have a look at what that video is. Now, there's no audio for this, so I'm just going to play it as it is. So, for October the 24th, the development update is: "'Twas the day of Tech Alpha, and all through last night, not all emails finished sending yet, so everyone hold tight." Microsoft Flight Sim have released a statement to say that they are not finished sending out all those emails yet. They're still in completing that notification process for those that were selected to participate in the first Tech Alpha. And the Microsoft team, want to provide some additional information regarding this participation, because the primary goal for the build is to get everyone interested in the early build testing, actually, hands-on with those early builds. But they do have limited participation numbers for that first build release, and they are actively working to scale that number up for future releases, but they do understand that everybody wants to get their hands on it, but unfortunately they have limited slots. Now, what does that mean, they have limited slots? Because it's like, surely software, there's unlimited slots. Well, remember, this is actually being streamed from a server somewhere. This Tech Alpha is, going to be, without going into too much detail, but you're going to be connecting to a service. So obviously they may have limited bandwidth, they may have limited server connectability in order to release this first wave. And so it will be a small pool at first, which will grow for the future. So if you haven't been selected for participation in this round, don't worry, fear not, you've automatically been put in for the next build release. So you don't have to go through a whole Tech Alpha registration sign-up thing. You automatically have been. Now, the update to the development roadmap does actually state that this next build, this next update, Tech Alpha number 2, will begin recruiting in late November. So the last couple of weeks of November is when the registration will go up again for those people who haven't even registered for the first round. It will go up again, and then most likely it will be mid-December when that Tech Alpha rolls out again, and you will most likely, if you haven't already, you'll get your hands on a build. And don't worry, the next Tech Alpha will actually be a slightly improved version over this one. So if you don't get in on this one, you're going to get a better version later. So really, don't worry, hold tight. So episode 2, it talks about the weather. It's the feature discovery series, looks at the weather. There's a lot of details that they go into within this footage that you see, talking about specific things about the weather. There is going to be another update on the 31st about the recruitment of the Tech Alpha 2, and the process begins today of the process of rolling out all the Tech Alpha links and how to get your hands on it. So if you have had that email, you'll understand what I'm talking about. If you haven't, don't worry. It does start today, and it probably might even take a couple of days for it to fully roll out with the time differences around the world. So don't fret. Again, if you haven't got yours, your link, your email sent to you, you may get it tomorrow on the 25th. So really, don't worry. But that's basically it, guys. There isn't much here to talk about. This is basically it. Now, looking at the development roadmap for the future, we're on October the 24th. We've just had the Discovery episode 2. The next week, on the 31st or the early November, you've got a development roadmap update for November and December, which should be a general update. There will be another media update, so we'll get some more footage, or we'll get some more pictures. And in mid-November, apart from announcing the Tech Alpha 2 recruiting, you will get episode 3, which concentrates on the aerodynamics of the simulator for the planes and the world itself. So that's going to be really interesting. Plus, there's also the development kit update, the partnership announcement series update, and the feedback snapshot preview. So there's a lot to look forward to, get excited for about in November. But for now, let's just have a look at what we're getting this week. So they're specifically talking about the weather, what type of lighting in terms of the sun that we'll be getting, and how it reacts to its environment, such as the water, making it deeper color, a darker color, during overcast time, and a brighter, lighter color when the clear sky is out. Of course, we've got full volumetric clouds and rain, 3D rain that hits the plane and affects its aerodynamic lift, but also is displayed visually, and depending on how you're flying and how the wind is how this will show in the world. I'm quite excited to see how hurricanes, tornadoes, and really, really turbulent weather is going to be depicted in the sim, because I just feel that's going to give you them like the visual treat. But in terms of the weather, so we 3D volumetric clouds are all supported, and the thing that I really enjoyed about when I watched this video is you got to see the menu system. You got to see how easy it is to change the perimeters. Basically, your flight sim is going to come with built-in active sky. Effectively, it's going to have the weather engine built into it by default, but you're not only going to be able to fly using live weather, so real conditions in the area that you're flying in, not just your local area, but the area you're flying in, but also you're going to be able to specify the weather parameters yourself. So you can choose cloudy, rainy, foggy, snowy. You can actually just push a slider to the right or left, and lightning will be depicted, and it's very simple and very easy, and there's a time preview mode built into it as well. So there's loads really to look forward to in terms of the weather. They really have gone full force and ramped everything up. The night lighting looks amazing. The daytime, the weather, the clouds, the textures of the clouds all look brilliant. Now, all this information, all this, the textures and everything is most likely going to be part of the sim that's built in from the core. So this is all the stuff that's going to be on your hard drive when you're unpacking and installing the software. This is probably most likely not going to be data that's going to be streamed in. That's going to be most likely just the world. But the weather itself is probably, all the textures, the look of the weather is going to be, the part of that core install that you do. But I mean, just look at this. This just looks amazing. Doing a time preview or a time lapse rather, and fast forwarding, and how it affects how all the clouds cast shadows not only on themselves but on the land itself as well. So if it's really overcast, you're really going to see a difference than a clear day. So I mean, there's loads more to look here, but we're running out of time, so I'll call it a day on this week. And really, thanks for watching. I really appreciate your support and all the likes. If there is anything you feel that I overlooked in today's episode, or if there is a topic you would like for us to discuss, then please leave your comments below for me to consider it in next week's show. And with that, I will say thank you for watching these. In the future, these little series videos I do will cease. There will come a point in the next, like this year, that I will stop doing these videos. But for now, enjoy, and I shall see you next week for another update. Take care. Bye bye.